When asked the question, why did I nominate Ms. Cecil for the Teacher Hall of Fame, I guess maybe the more apt question would be, why wouldn't I nominate her for the Teacher Hall of Fame? Well, you know, I think most people will probably agree that having Ms. Cecil in class is definitely an experience you don't forget. It's weird because she has a way of pulling you in to any kind of story or lesson that she wants to teach you. I still remember going through, you know, Great Gatsby is like one of the hallmarks of her class, and hearing her kind of go through and read that book is such a different experience than actually going home and reading it by yourself. There are things in the text, in the inflection of how characters say things that you just don't pick up on when you're reading it internally, that she manages just to bring to life just without even trying. And I guess that's, you know, the thing that I always think about is how anyone can kind of teach you what a story is trying to tell you. It's another thing to show you and make you feel what that story wants you to feel.
As a school board member, it's not our job to select teachers, but when we are doing our job as board members to help direct the way that this school system runs, knowing that we have the caliber of teachers that can be a part of a Hall of Fame makes it a much, much easier job.
So this is what I would tell you about being at the front of the classroom. You're first of all, you're always performing. So I guess when my dad pushed me out there on that stage at 9 years old in front of those 4-H judges, he was getting me started.
And I think when people think about her, they think about kind of almost like a mother figure.
I think about Katy teaching in the classroom. I think what makes her different is just the way that she allows students to express themselves in her classroom, that she really is interested in what they have to say on a topic.
I love to watch them literally grow up in front of my eyes and become the actual adults that I know that they are going to be, start on that path, you know, to becoming those people.
I've had the opportunity to work in multiple positions as an educator in the state of Kentucky for over 30 years. And I've had the opportunity to work with lots of wonderful people. And one of the things that makes Katy stand out above and beyond some of those people are just her attitude and passion toward teaching and toward educating. I mean, you can truly see when you visit her classroom and have conversations with her that it is truly about the student.
I genuinely love this stuff. I will stop and say, oh my gosh, you guys, I just noticed that this line is a parallel to, and then they'll pick up on the thread and say, oh yeah, Miss Cecil, that means blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, you all are the first students that we have ever talked about that, because that's the first time I've noticed that in the play. When you see that moment, that moment of understanding, when they reach it, there is no paycheck that pays you enough that would equal that feeling.
I think really you just have to look at the legacy she's left behind here and in the students that she's had. I mean, the impact that she's had on me, I wouldn't necessarily be on the path that I am today if it wasn't for her. And I know a lot of other students, a lot of other colleagues and friends who can say the same. She's just someone that sees the best in you, and you want to try and prove her right. And even if you fall short, you get the feeling that it's going to be okay, because you always get a second chance. And as long as you keep trying, she'll always be there to make sure that, you know, you don't lose your way or stumble again. And, you know, that's something that you can't really teach or really train. It's just something that's within you innately. And I think that spark is what makes her so qualified and well-deserving of being in the Hall of Fame.